Hello, and welcome to Color Commentary. I'm TJ, your average fan, and I'll be talking to you today about Netflix's show, The Sandman, Episode 2. We're going to get right into it. Spoilers! Okay, so this episode was a bit shorter than the first, but it was still kind of interesting. We got Dream, aka Morpheus, back in his realm of the dreams, and it looks like crap. It's total shit, and he needs to figure out a way to repair and restore it. His official royal librarian Lucian, she's letting him know everybody left and what happened and everything, and so he decides that he must summon the fates in order to find out where his tools are. That's the only way he's gonna be able to fix everything. And she's like, oh God, no, and they, exact the price, and right now you don't really have anything or any power. So what are you gonna do? So he went around in past dreams that he gave people, and he took some stuff back. So he took back a parcel of land from some dude. He took back a noose that was from the French time, whatever. And he took a snake that was guarding apparently a gargoyle egg, which he took the gargoyle egg for this reason. Okay, so in order to even begin this process, he had to gain some of his power back. So his power is within things that he himself created. And one of the things he created was, as a nightmare, this dragon gargoyle little thing. It was kind of cute. But it was a pet now to these other people that live in this realm, Cain and Abel. Yes, I said Cain and Abel. And they, were not happy about the idea of him taking, their little pet away from them. But, he asked it, would you help me? And it, gave him the head nod, like, okay, I'm going to help you. You did make me. So it was at least loyal to him. And he took it back and it turned into sand in his hand, and he used that to travel through some waters to gather up these past dreams, stuff that he gave people. The things that he was going to give to the fates. And so then he summons the fates, and they, tell him he got 3 questions he can ask. That's it, that's all. Make him good. And so he does. He, asks about where his ruby is. And they tell him that it was given from a mother to a child, which means that old girl gave it to her son, the one that stole all the shit in the first place. And then he said, well, where's, my helmet? And it was traded to a demon for an amulet of power, which we'll get to in a second. And then he asked about his bag of sand. And he said that was given to traded to a Joanna Constantine. I'm going to say Constantine. And so, yeah, that Constantine. We know. So, he's like, I got to get my stuff back. So, he decided the first thing he was going to go after to get was the bag of sand, because he knew past Constantines, from like 300 years ago. So, he's going to London to meet with this Constantine to get his bag of sand back. In the meantime, in between time, we got the Corinthian then hunted down Eleanor, or whatever the hell her name is, the one that stole all this stuff in the first place and had the illegitimate son with the Magus. He had found her, asking her where the stuff at, warning her that, Dream is free, he's out and he coming for his stuff. Looks like this is about in the 70s now, where he's at and where she's at. Clearly, she'd been making money selling art and lost artifacts and whatnot. She offered some dude some painting for $22 million. I'm like, damn. So she telling him, I don't know where the stuff at. I don't have it no more. Which, after learning from the fates that where all this stuff is, it's true. She doesn't have the stuff. She didn't have it no more. Even though she said, that her son had took the ruby from her, and then the ruby took her son. So, don't know where he's at. Whatever. So then he thinking he gonna just snatch her eyeballs out, He told me something through her eyes. He could find out anything he want to find out. Turns out she's the one who traded the helm to the demon for the amulet of protection because she used it on his ass and melted him back into the dream world. He thought he was doing something. He wasn't. And then she commenced to go see her son, who he in some big building institute thing where he locked in a room and like he crazy or something. And she came there to talk to him about the ruby. The Corinthian being tossed back to the dream world, he reformed his body and everything, and then Lucian telling him yeah, Dream's back, and he'd be glad to see you're here. He ain't got to go looking for you. He's like, nope, not staying, going back to the earth, going back to the real world. I got more havoc to wreak. And she like, the dreams and the nightmares don't belong there. That's not what they're supposed to be. And he like, I'm going back for my freedom, and you should too. You should try it sometime. And telling her that she'll never change him. Somebody's cutting grass. Sorry. And that he's going back. So he poofed out of there and went on back wherever he was going. So that was this second episode and everything that pretty much happened. I don't do details anymore because I want people to actually watch these shows. But I will tell you about the main point lines. And those are the main point lines of episode 2. I will see you guys for episode 3 at another time. Have a great day.